From today, I'm assuming that you know all the basic concepts that I have covered till now and you have practiced them. So now I'll start a new topic, arrays. And for that, let's first consider an example. Let's say that you are standing in front of a bookshelf and you are looking at a book. So the book is an element. Now let's consider the whole shelf, the whole single shelf which contains the book that you are looking at. And let's say the shelf contains X number of books. So the shelf makes a 1D array, the size or length of which is X. Similarly, now consider the whole bookshelf. A bookshelf contains Y number of shelves. So a bookshelf is a 2D array with Y number of shelves and X number of books in each shelf. So size of bookshelf is X cross Y. Now let's say the bookshelf is in a library and that library contains Z number of bookshelves. Now that is a 3D array and size of which is X cross Y cross Z. Now that library is in a state and the state contains an A number of libraries. That makes it a 4D array with size X cross Y cross Z cross A. And similarly you can make higher order of arrays. Usually we work with 1D or 2D arrays and 3D arrays also in some cases, but 4D arrays or higher order arrays are seldom used or they are very rare. Now that was a lot and I think we should start coding now.
I made a project right now and I have named it arrays, and in this project I'm going to tell you how to make an array. For that, let's first define an array. My array is of integer type, then the name of the array, which may be anything from A to your name or any random name, or I'm taking it ARR over here, and then the square braces, which is compulsory for making an array. The number of square braces tell the dimension of the array. Like this is a 5D array and this is a 1D array. Inside these square braces, we write the size of that particular dimension. Like if I write 10 over here, which means that my array can contain a maximum of 10 elements. And I can leave it empty, which means that the size will be judged by the number of elements present inside these curly braces. So let's write the elements inside these curly braces, which may be any integer like this or this or this. Now this means that my array has a size of 4. So I can write 4 over here or I can leave it empty. Now let's say I want to print the first element of the array. So first I'll write %d since my array is of integer type, then ARR, the name of my array, then 1 since I want to access the first element. Now let's run this. It's 6, 7, 8, which is the second element. Now this means that the array starts from 0. It counts from 0. This element has an index 0. This has an index 1. This has index 2. This has index 3. Always the first element will have index 0 and the second element has index 1 and so on. So if I want to access this element, I will have to write 0 over here, and then if I run the program, then it returns 3, 6, 7, 8.
This is the exercise for this video. You have to make an array of size 10 and then enter 10 elements in the same. Then instead of printing all the elements one by one, you have to print the elements using a single for loop. When you are done with this, I have a challenge for you. You have to make a variable n which will take input from the user. This n will be the size of your array, which means that you have to make a user defined array of size n and all the elements will be defined by the user. So you will have to scan all the elements using the scanf and for loop, and then you have to print all the elements on the screen.